Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Dendra. For those of you guys that are new here, welcome. And for those of you guys that are returning, welcome back. I appreciate the support. So this is the first reading of 2026. Although this is a timeless reading, this is to set off the new year. So for those of you guys that are coming in at the time of this reading or around the time, this is just an open oracle channel guidance. What do you need to hear right now? There's no mistake if you found this recording, if you found this reading. Stay tuned and see if you are going to receive the message that you are desiring at this time in your life. I do offer private sessions. All of my information is listed below, all of the social media sites, as well as the link to my calendar and my website, so you can see what kind of services I do provide. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get started. I do hope that for those of you guys that are joining at the beginning of 2026, I hope that you guys are in resting mode and in reflection energy and holding space for yourself and not so much working on those goals that the society has kind of told us to do. 111 on the clock. Okay, somebody's confirmation. So anyway, let's see what the first oracle message is. What do your spirit team, your angels, the divine father, mother, elementals, angels, what do they want you to know right now? All right, so we have the goddess, Durga, and the stone hematite. And hematite is very grounding. It's a very, very grounding stone. So this is all about getting grounded. Spirit of the Guru Mother, okay? And what I do like to do with these particular cards here, I do read out of the book. It's not often that you'll ever see me do that, but because I do love the messages that come through, I just always feel like the book can give it to you a little bit better. So let's go ahead and I just read the first portion of it, okay? So we have the Spirit of the Guru Mother, all right? So some of you guys may resonate with being a guru, being a spirit guide, being an ascended master, a reincarnated angel. Some of you guys are maybe going through a lot of things in your life right now, and the mother is coming through to wreak havoc, that mama bear, that mama lion coming in, right? Remember your glory, remember your sovereignty. This could also be dismantling things in your life, that tower energy. And we have 888 as well. That could be significant for somebody here. You could be life path number 8, or it's a very spiritual journey that you're on. We bring you the empowerment of the Spirit of the Guru Mother. Sometimes there is so much choice that we struggle to commit. It is often not an issue of unwillingness to make an effort, but concerns that the choice might not be the right choice. We might pray to the universe to be shown what to do according to a wisdom greater than our own. Although our free will is always in place, we are able to accept a task divinely given or reject it. The universe answers every prayer. In your heart, you have been asking for guidance to be shown what you need to do in a particular situation, or perhaps more generally, your life at this time. You want to know the best way forward so your actions are in alignment with heaven. In response, you have now become the Spirit of the Guru Mother. This is about direct focusing, okay? Some of you guys may have been given a mission, all right? Some of you guys are meant to be spiritual speaking, okay? Really getting people at the soul level, all right? Let's go ahead and just see if there's anything else I want to share with you. Okay, so really quick, it says, when the Oracle Spirit of the Guru Mother comes to you, you are being told your efforts have divine power behind them. The situations in your life you are willing to grapple with are going to resolve far more quickly and potently than you have believed possible, okay? So distractions, procrastinations, or hesitations moving forward are not going to touch you. So you may have been confused, right, about which direction, and that's always hard when you're trying to follow divine guidance, right? Because it's not always tangible. You have to really go off of faith, right? And sometimes you're like, this is not where I thought I was going to be led to, but the journey, the end results, right, gets you there. So it's like, let God, direct your ship, right? let God lead the way and get you to your destination. But it is about faith. It's about handing over the wheel, to God and saying, okay, you direct my ship. You get me to the destination. Oh, we're going through tumultuous waters, or we're going through some tsunamis. Are we sure we're going to get there? That's the wavering, right? And then you're like, maybe you should turn left. Maybe you should turn right. You're trying to take the handle. You're trying to direct the currents of where you're being divinely guided, right? So a lot of you guys are stepping into that as soon as you remove the confusion, right? A lot of you guys have been working on removing distractions, removing the procrastinations, maybe being more disciplined within yourself, more disciplined within your goals, right? More disciplined within your boundaries with people. This can also be about, which job do I go to? What house do I buy? What car do I get? Do I stay in this relationship? Do I get into this relationship? Do I start this friendship, right? There's a lot of these things, but one of the things that I say is that you feel it in your body, right? The calm, the healing, the energy. You also feel when it's chaotic, right? And so use your intuition, allow your intuition to guide you. Your intuition is the GPS to your soul, right? So you guys have been asking for signs from the universe. Let's go ahead and see if they're going to answer for you. All right. This could just be about trusting, about taking a chance, right, off of faith. This can be about going after that job that you don't know if you're going to be good in. You don't know if it's going to work out, but you don't know if you're not going to try. It could be about that relationship. You don't know if you're going to try, right? All of those things. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, it's about taking a chance. And I feel like a lot of you guys are going to start a very new beginning. March is coming up for some of you guys being significant in a transition. Did I lose a card? I don't want to feel out of that. They have jokes. All right, so your first card out is the bag of marbles, right? There's that confusion. There's all of these different marbles. Did you guys play marbles when you were a kid? If you did, put it in the chat that you played marbles. I always went with the cat's eye. Don't ask. And I like the black ones. I'm having these memories right now of when we played marbles, right? And it was like I was collecting them, okay? So a bag of marbles, right, has been presented to you, and that could be where the confusion is coming in. Maybe multiple opportunities, maybe it's just a lot of things that are happening, right? And I feel like it's about refining, right? You know how we do that spring cleaning at the beginning of the year? I would say maybe start the spring cleaning in all of the areas of your life, wherever these marbles are at, wherever these little chaotic things are coming from, right? Whether that's you, relationships, or stuff, start maybe making a way of decluttering things out of your life, okay? And that can help with the distractions, right? The things that are distracting you from reaching your goals, the things that could be coming up for you and making decisions that could be causing confusion. Sometimes pulling our energy back, and this is not for everybody, but for me, I like to go into solitude. I like to sit with myself. That may sound weird to a lot of people, but I get more downloads when I'm quiet. And I always say that prayer is talking to God, meditation, silencing the mind, really going into the body, going into the way that you feel, going into your heart chakra, going to your heart space. It presents more of a download from spirit, where there are things that drop in that I know that I didn't come up with, right? Those type of things, okay? So you guys may have a lot of choices, a lot of decisions that you need to make that you're very confused about right now, right? But I feel like it's about removing a lot of the distractions. And you know what the distractions are. It could be social media, it could be friendships, whatever it is. You have some distractions that are in your life that are pulling away your energy, okay? You may be juggling a lot of balls, just a lot of chaos, right? And it's all about, I'm looking for answers. I'm looking for synchronicities. I'm looking maybe what to let go of. You already know the answer. You're the guru, right? You were given your mission. You were given your purpose. You were given knowledge and wisdom, right? From the divine, okay? Now you may be confused, and a lot of people are confused because you get the destination, but you don't get the journey, right? You don't get all the marbles that are coming out of this bag to get you to the journey, right? And so it could be like, okay, well, which direction do I go in? you know, and so you have numbers that are showing up for you, right? Again, we had 888, 1111 on the clock. And so numbers are coming through, right? And also sacred geometry for some of you guys. Some of you guys may resonate with sacred geometry. If you guys are doing astral traveling, I always encourage you guys to bring a symbol in. It tends to get you to your destination a little bit faster. Definitely calling your gatekeeper for those of you guys that are traveling, okay? You want to make sure you're safe. Something I do teach in my spiritual development classes, which I will be launching in February. All right, so trust in the numbers, you guys, okay? Trust in the synchronicities, because numbers are really significant for you guys. Sometimes, this is not always, okay? But when I was in between a situation and I said, okay, how do I know when it's my time to move, right? And I got a number, a specific number. And I was like, oh, I hate numbers, God, like, ugh, you know, because because they'll come even if you don't want them to, you know? So I did not see this number, I promise you guys, for about 3 months straight, right? When I was given the number, I think I was given the number in maybe March or April of that time. And I was not given, about March, because it was earlier, and I was not given that number to the very end of May, right? I started to see the number everywhere. I started to see the number all the time. I started to see it all the time. And I said, oh, it's my time to move. And as soon as I knew that it was my time to move, everything opened up for me. Everything happened the way that it was supposed to, right? So some of you guys may be receiving numbers when you're sitting and asking for a sign, 111 again, right? It could be in numbers. You also have the white light, okay? So again, a lot of you guys, reincarnated angels, 1111, as soon as I said that, right? So this may be your confirmation for you that may be struggling with, you know, reincarnation, you know, ascended masters, goddesses, all those things. You carry a pure white light that is often rejected by people because it's so bright. I mean, look at how bright you shine, right? And this is where you guys are going to. You're moving away from chaos. You're moving away from all of these marbles. You're moving away from a lack of clarity into clarity, crystal clear, right? This is a part of your new journey. So some of you guys are meant to guide people, okay? Mediumship, right? Spiritual midwives, all right? Shamans, witches, okay? Gatekeepers, right? Grid workers, okay? Angelic healers, right? You guys carry the essence of divine source. We all do, okay? That I don't care what anybody says. I was talking to a gentleman yesterday, who was my trainer yesterday, one of my new trainers, and we were talking about religion, and he's very into religion. I love that. It's great. And the moment he started talking about, like, you know, like, he didn't believe in reincarnation. He didn't believe in this. He didn't believe in that. It's not for everybody, right? And then kind of like discounting, not discounting, but judging the fact that I believe in that because it's so against the religious belief. But I believe that we all carry God, right? And he was talking about murderers go to hell. And I was like, I don't believe that. And he's like, oh, so everyone could do something bad. And I said, no, but I'm a mom. I am a mom. And no matter what my kids do, I cannot imagine putting their hand over a fire to discipline them. I cannot imagine throwing them into a pit for all of eternity, right? Because I'm mad at them. So we're talking about a loving God that is loving, but because you created me in sin, set me up for failure, okay, basically, gave me some tools, or not all the tools, and I'm gonna go burn in hell. I don't resonate with that. It doesn't feel right to me, okay? Now, that's not for everybody, right? But I believe that we all carry a beautiful soul light that is exactly the same. It is no different, no dimmer, no brighter. So the murderer carries the same soul light that you as a shaman or as a light worker would carry. It's the soul light that is of God's source. It is not the vessel. The vessel is the imperfect part, right? It is the sinning part, if you want to look at it from that perspective. The human body, the imperfect, the one that dies, the one that, withers away, okay? But that soul light, the white light that you carry inside of you, that is source light. That does not change just because of your decisions. But that's take it or leave it, okay? But what I'm trying to say is that you carry this light. You're a reincarnated angel, all right? And I feel like a lot of you guys are getting ready to step into your purpose, step into it with grace. And again, I do feel like this transition for a lot of you guys is coming up within the next couple of months of the reading, okay? All right, let's go ahead and pull some oracle. Okay, so we have eclipse in Cancer. All right, so water sign, an emotional phase or domestic development. So eclipse in Cancer, acceptance, right? Where you're being directed. And an eclipse is usually things that are hidden, things that are unseen, things that do come to light, right? Things that are coming up, all of those marbles that are coming out of the bag, right? And so this can be the emotional phase that a lot of you guys are going through, that kind of chaotic energy that I'm picking up on for some of you guys, right? And this may have been started for some of you guys in October of the previous year, okay? And I do feel like for a lot of you guys, it's like, it could even have been the last eclipse. I'm not sure when the last eclipse was in 2025, but I do feel around October, you guys may have started kind of going maybe through the dark night of the soul. Things may have been just progressing, changing, you know, just a lot of new things that are happening, the marbles, right? And it's been an emotional time. And I think that a lot of things have been revealed to you. And I think that for some, it could have caused some confusion, because it could be like, well, I thought I was supposed to be with this person. And it's like, no. I thought I was supposed to be at this job. And it's like, no. Sometimes we have an expiration date, you guys. Yes, you're supposed to be at that job taught you. Yes, you're supposed to be in that relationship taught you. You're supposed to be in that friendship taught you. But sometimes we do have an expiration date. Okay, it's for our growth, it's for our evolution. And that's what the spirit of the girl mother is saying, is that you have evolved, right? Into this white light body, you have grown. Okay, so you may feel confused, but synchronicity is like spirit is giving you the answers. Then we have Sun in Pisces, okay? So align yourself with love and wisdom. The Sun in Pisces, higher purpose, right? And so it's all about embodiment, okay? The sun is going to shine, you guys. And Pisces is that 12th house, right? It's spirit's house. It's where you get your downloads. It's where you get your illumination. So remember, that's what I'm saying. For a lot of you guys, you're sitting in darkness and confusion. I don't know where to go. I'm getting numbers. I'm getting answers, right? And here it comes. This is what you're stepping into. This new journey is bringing in the sun. You can't see it though, right? You can't see past the sun for some of you guys. It's like blinding in a sense, like, you know, what's on the other side. So you applied for this job and you don't know. It's dark, but there's the sun, right? And it's all about aligning yourself with love and wisdom. It's all about aligning yourself to your purpose. A lot of you guys have a mission, right? A lot of you guys have been given your mission, your purpose, okay? And you may be confused on how to get there. That is a part of the journey. The destination is what spirit gives us. Trust me, you guys. They do not give us the fucking steps to get there, okay? Because I be stumbling and going through rocks and be going through woods and just places and spaces that I don't even understand that I'm navigating, okay? To get to the destination. They don't give me the steps to get there, right? They give me the destination, but they don't give me the journey and what it's going to look like and all the things that I have to go through, the chaos, the emotional upheavals, right? All of these things. But then I come into a place of acceptance. Okay, God, I'm doing the best that I can, but you know what? It's on you, right? Releasing. So some of you guys are learning to surrender, okay? And then that is leading you guys into this flow of white light. All right, let's go ahead and see what else. That was long. I don't think I was trying to go that long, but maybe somebody needs to hear that. What else is there to lead us right now? Oh, I love it. Look at that. 2 of Wands. 6 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles. It wasn't reversed. 8 of Wands. And the Star. Nine of Cups at the bottom with Judgment. I love it. Okay, so planning for your future, right? This is what this energy is about, planning for your future. So it makes sense maybe why this energy of the year is coming in, or like, you know, why I just did the reading and I said, well, we're going to start the new year and see what comes in, right? You're planning for the future. You're looking ahead, okay? This is all about looking ahead. It's all about removing distractions. It's all about what steps do I take forward and really thinking and contemplating that, right? Some of you guys are still holding on to the past, still holding on to something, a job, a connection, whatever it is. And it really is time to let go and move forward. You have the earth in your hands, right? You have your journey in your hands, your destination, okay? It's right there in front of you. You have it in your hands. But some of you guys are still holding on to the past. And the forward momentum where the sun is at, right, is where Spirit is trying to direct you. A lot of you guys have had relationships that have not been reciprocal, okay? They have been draining you. They have been holding you back. Again, those distractions, okay? Some of you guys have been in lack from bills, can't pay the bills, right? Different things like that. Like maybe you're not seeing any forward movement, but most importantly, you've been giving away your resources. And you guys are in this position of holding back, right? You're not giving your resources away. Okay, some of you guys have learned to save your money. Some of you guys have learned the lessons of how to get to the next destination, right? And a lot of you guys are holding back, okay? You're holding back your knowledge, your wisdom in the sense of where you're not willing to share anymore. You've had unreciprocal relationships. Again, this for some of you guys creating boundaries, right? It's a lot of healing energy that's happening. But it's like I'm in the point of I'm not giving away my resources. You don't know what moves I'm getting ready to make. I'm keeping everything very close to my chest right now, right? I'm moving in silence. If I'm looking for a job, you don't know. If I'm leaving a relationship, you don't know. If I'm getting ready to move, you don't know. Whatever moves I'm making, you don't know, right? You don't get to know. And there's forward movement, right? As soon as you guys make the movement, action, fast movement is happening, okay? Wishes being fulfilled, wishes being granted. Healing taking place for some of you guys, all right? But for a lot of you guys, your prayers are being answered. So remember, the spirit of the Guru Mother is bringing information to the divine. They hear you, right? I'm tired of these lackluster relationships. I'm tired of being broke. I'm tired of struggling. I'm tired of giving away my energy. I'm tired of being met with superficial relationships. I'm tired of having unreciprocal relationships, right? But you're taking action and momentum is going to move fast. It's forward momentum. The Eight of Wands is all about you made your decision, now action is happening and is leading you to healing, wishes being granted, right? Replenishment, rejuvenation, pouring into yourself, loving yourself. You may feel like you're not on the right track, but you are, okay? For some, you're ready to date if you're single. Oh, yeah, I like you. Whoever you are that I'm reading for, I like you. You are not talking. I love this. You're not talking. Yeah, you're definitely holding back from people. Like, you're like, I'm not playing it. Oh, yeah, look at that. Trusting your intuition. Okay, so I don't know who you are, okay? And the reason why I say I like you, you've been going through a lot, being up late, insomnia, being really in your head, unable to make decisions, right? But I like this because, listen, remember how I was talking about I like solitude, I like silence? So do you. So do you. And if you didn't, you do now. You can appreciate it. You know why? Because you're getting crystal clear information. All right? Yeah, you guys are not talking about your future. You guys are not sharing your future. You guys are not sharing what is happening. You guys are not sharing, okay? There is no sharing. For whoever I am talking to, you are silent, okay? As a rock, okay? I'm just saying, you're silent. You have the Four of Swords, you have the Four of Pentacles, you have the High Priestess, okay? That's all silence, all right? That is no speaking, okay? I'm holding back from everybody because you had too many fucking marbles. So let me just say this. You're doing everything correctly right now. You may feel numbed out. You may feel like you're cold. You may feel like you don't even know who you are right now, but you are becoming the guru for yourself. You are trusting your intuition to lead and guide you away from relationships. You're really working on your inner shadows, your inner healing, your inner child. You know that that has been an issue and a factor for you. but also relationships that were not serving, relationships that were not giving, right? And you are looking for soul connections. You are desiring to have connections on the soul level. No more superficial, right? No more I'm going to meet you where you're at. You got to meet me where I'm at. You're ascending. There's an ascension energy here, okay? You're going to make very, very clear decision here, all right? You're going to be cutting people off, all right? So you may have had confusion, but the King of Swords here is significant, okay? You see him? He is clear, decisive, all right? A little bit cold, unemotional, detached. You're detaching, okay, from people, from situations that are not reciprocal, from situations around money. The King of Swords is here telling you that you are detaching. I love this, all right? The Four of Pentacles with the Six of Cups. Yeah, you're holding back. Relationships, familials, family, it doesn't matter. You are in this embodiment of I'm valuing myself. I'm learning to love myself. I'm learning to have boundaries. I don't want the fucking marbles no more, right? I don't need that shit, okay? Some of the marbles ain't even mine. I've been carrying the weight of my family, my friends, whatever, my spouse. I've been carrying the weight, financial burdens, emotional burdens. I've been carrying that, and I'm tired. I'm going to carry the weight for myself, right? And you made this decision. This high priestess, I'm telling y'all, when y'all making moves, y'all not sharing it. You leaving a job, you're not sharing it. You leave a relationship, you're not sharing it. Okay, whatever you're doing, you're not sharing it. But most importantly, you're listening to your intuition. All right, you are listening to your intuition fully, okay? So right now you may have started this reading out with confusion, but your intuition already told you your purpose, your mission, what the divine wants you to do, how the divine wants you to get there, what relationships you need to leave, what you need to do with your finances, what you need to do in that job situation, whatever it is. You have received information from the divine, directly from God, okay? Now, we talked about free will. It is up to you. Absolutely. Sometimes I don't feel like we have free will. I'm just being honest with y'all. But that's a whole other story. That's a whole nother story. We're not going to get into that, okay? But, I think we have free will before we got here. And then I think, all right, we have the Nine of Wands and we have the Temperance. I love this because the star energy, these burdens, this heavy load, the warrior energy, the longness of your life, the inner child wounds, all the things you have been carrying, it's healing. There's balance being restored. You do have to have patience with the healing process, though, at this time, right? So again, for some of you guys, this may not happen for another couple of months, right? Because as soon as you move out of this energy of confusion, and again, this is a process for you. It is for your growth. It's for your evolution. So sometimes we want to spiritually bypass. Sometimes we want to get out of these emotions. Sometimes we just want to get over it. Trust me, I understand that. Sometimes I'd be like, I don't want to feel this way anymore, okay? And then I'll understand why I have to feel that way, what it is, right? So, and then the funny thing is I tend to move past it. So for a lot of you guys here, right, temperance and patience is coming back in, okay? For sure. All right. What is currently being served right now? Look at that. Warrior. Didn't I just say that you are a warrior? You've had a warrior life. You've had to take on a lot, right? Courage, taking on challenges. You've been a warrior your whole life. And look at that, 8. 8 is very significant for somebody here. So you are on a spiritual journey, right? And remember, right now you have challenges. Okay, right now you got a lot of marbles that you're juggling, okay? But you're going to have courage to make the necessary adjustments and steps, either going after that job, leaving that relationship, moving away, leaving the familial situations, whatever it is, right? You are letting go. You are going to have courage to move forward. It's very much here, okay? The other part that you're healing is behavior and interpretation. The behavior that I feel is from other people, right? And you're learning to interpret the behavior with your nervous system. Again, I think I mentioned that. How does that make you feel? What are your feelings that are coming up, right, when you are dealing with other people? Is it calm energy, Is it, is it chaotic, Is it draining? That's one of the things, really pay attention, or do you feel drained? Do you feel drained when you go to work? Do you get sick at the thought of it? I was helping a client out and they told me every time I go to work, I get up, I think about work and I get sick, I throw up. And I'm like, okay, your nervous system is telling you, well, I can't leave the job because of this and this. I understand there's obligations that are there because there's familial obligations, right? But you still need to do what's good for you. Your nervous system, your body is literally telling you that this place makes me sick. So either I'm not making enough money, I'm not doing this. So when she figured out what it was and she went to the boss, she told them exactly what they needed, she wasn't sick anymore. So listen to your nervous system, listen to your body, listen to how you feel because it's telling you something. Are you getting sick? Is your health being affected? Right? Are you getting grays all in your hair? Are you aging faster? You know what I mean? Like, what is it that's happening? Okay. Because that's what Spirit wants you to pay attention to, right? During this very much of a healing process. So you guys, right? I want you guys to know that right now there may be confusion. That King of Swords is saying you're going to be focusing on your goals. You're going to be removing distraction, removing all the marbles, okay? It's going to take time. Have patience with the process, all right? But you're definitely seeing people for who they are, right? You're making adjustments with your own behavior, and you're getting ready to take on some chances, okay? We have focus. We have focus. This cheetah is in the, I think it's a cheetah. Cheetah or tiger, whatever, is in the wintertime, right? They're focused on their mission. They're focused on where they have to go. They're focused on their journey, okay? So don't focus on everybody else. All right. Stay in your own lane. Focus on your own journey, your own mission, right? Your own healing, okay, process. All right. Your own everything. Not everyone is going to meet you where you want them to meet you at, right? So you stay focused on your own lane. But right now, that's what is driving you, is the driving force, right? This is like so beautiful because you start this reading off a little bit confused, a little bit conflicted, a little bit with the marbles in there, that tower energy, right? Things being shaken up in your life, right? But it is to help you refocus, recalibrate on removing the distractions, removing the situations and energies or people or whatever, right? So that you can continue to focus on your mission because you do have a mission. You're a light worker. You're a way shower, okay? You're a trailblazer, right? There is a great purpose for you. You have a warrior spirit, so whatever you're going through, know that you can make it through. You've already made it through enough. I know you're tired. I know sometimes you want to throw in the towel. I know sometimes you want to lay down and rest and give up. But you're almost at the end of this upheaval journey because remember, you have the sun. And then change. Get ready for change because changes are coming, which means changes are imminent here, you guys, okay? So changes are definitely going to be coming up for you guys, all right? Again, changes in jobs, changes in whatever. Allow the divine to carry you, all right? Allow your spirit guides to carry you. And for some, again, remember, you won't see what's on the other side. There's something that's hidden. But let me tell you, I feel it is so beautiful, okay? So healing the chaos, that's what's happening. Even though we have this huge chaotic thing, right? The tornado, what does a tornado do? The tornado comes and destroys, but it also kind of like destroys and there's nothing there. Right? It's a kind of a new slate. The house has been demolished, so now we have to rebuild. So this is like the tower energy, but I want you to notice all of these butterflies. This is you. You are going through a huge transformation process, okay? Huge transformation process. All right, let's go ahead and close out your reading with some affirmation cards. If you've enjoyed this reading and have not liked and subscribed to the channel, please make sure to do so right now so that you can receive notifications when I go live or when I do post another reading. All right. I invite peace within myself. I ripple this outwards. Yeah. And that's what you're learning to do. It's why you're holding back. Like, again, you are retracting your energy. You're going within, but it's not in a hermit energy. It's not in an isolated energy. It's like, nah, I know my worth. I'm not doing this no more, right? There's just something about I'm not doing this anymore. I am honest with myself and with others. Authenticity. I can't say it, Dendra. All right. I explore my wildness and dance and pleasure. Okay. So get wild, you know. And I have a balanced relationship with time. I use time well. So look at that. I have a balanced relationship with time. I use time well. So again, for those of you guys that are dealing with distractions and need to remove distractions, that is definitely for you. Okay. Because sometimes it's really cutting away social media. I don't have any social media apps on my phone. I only have my Meta business account on all of my apps, and that's where I operate from. So removing distractions, right? So I'm not scrolling aimlessly. I'll notice my time whenever I have my apps on. I notice my time for my social media is considerable for the day. And once I started to notice that, I realized I'm distracted. I have too many things going on. I have too many things that I'm trying to accomplish, too many things that I'm just go get it, right? I just finished one particular situation with school, and now I'm doing something else, and everyone's looking at me like, you're not gonna take a break. And I'm like, well, no, classes start again in spring, and I'm gonna go ahead and do this particular project that I wanted to work on. I have enough time to try to knock it out within the next month and a half. So I'm always doing something to try to better myself, right? But it's never as easy, right, when we have so many balls that we're trying to juggle. Okay, so remove the distractions, you guys. If you have distractions, remove them. That's all I have for you guys. Trust the process and trust the journey, and I will see you next time. Bye now.